Russ Nation, what up? What up? Freedom Training, what up? Aaron, what's good? Aaron, you probably gonna have some input about the night, man. I'm actually talking about something that happened in our area, man. Yeah, we're gonna we we talking our backyard, Aaron. We talking our backyard this time, man. It's crazy. We had something crazy happen in our backyard. And I think it's unfortunate, but I think a lot of people could learn from it when it comes to the training aspect. Good guy violence, what up? What up? Oh, hold on. Had to had to move my pew because I know YouTube don't play with you showing guns. Well, on live anyway. Because I'm on YouTube live and IJ. Yeah, we got a great topic tonight, man. What up? What up? I know one of my guys wanted to slide on. I'm waiting for Gun Cooling and my guy Josh. But Aaron, you heard about the thing that happened down Chestnut Street, right? Right in Center City, man. Everybody feels so safe when they in the city. People be feeling real safe in the city. All right, we got one in here. We got Tariq in this John. Oh, we got Josh in here. What's good? What's good, man? Ferns, you straight? Yo.
What's good, B?
You know, another day, another day. I should
Yeah,
have
I can
told
dig
I
it.
should I should have told one of y'all to try YouTube. See if y'all could have logged in on there, but it's cool. We can do it on here. It's fine. Oh, to the Glock 45 and the 17C. Okay, you can't go wrong with them. Can't go wrong with that at all. Jake from State Farm, my guy. Was you working Sunday, man? Cause I was supposed to pull up and do some stuff with you, man, but had a little vehicle issue. You know, the car and the shizop. You know how that go. I know you could relate. You were just at the same wave.
I just seen a video earlier today that said Glock about to drop the Gen 6.
It's
Yeah, I heard
about
about that too.
it's about time. I wonder what's gonna be different.
Not a goddamn thing. What can they change at this point?
Wait, hold on. You got a staccato HD P4 ported and the XP Pro. What up, Jack? Hold on, let me move the other John. Man, listen, this what you. I gotta make sure it's not on the YouTube camera. You should have got you right, man. You should have got you right, brother. Lou, what up, Lou? So, this is one of the things that we wanted to talk about tonight, man. Especially for us, we all from Philly, and I don't know if a lot of y'all heard about it, but in Philly, it was an incident where it was a home. Rick, you said it was a homeless guy, right?
Yeah.
The homeless guy, we don't know the whole full story of what happened, but to summarize what happened in the video, it was an altercation between a homeless guy and a woman. And during this altercation, it must have been escalating. So when it began to escalate, she pulled out her firearm. Now, the way that we see from the person that was recording, the camera people are running, they see a gun come out. So it looked like she pulled the gun out. He went to grab it and attack her. You hear the gun go off. Now, after you hear the firearm go off, he wrestles her for the gun. He takes the gun from her. Then he shoots her. So the one person that's filming from across the street kind of still watching. And then she's on the ground and he's walking around he took the gun, so he has her gun now. So while she was sitting on the ground and he took her gun, what's up, Trini? Then after that, he proceeded to shoot her 2 or 3 more times. And it's a very unfortunate situation. We talked about it and we wanted to bring it to light because it's something that people need to think about, especially for the women out here, because women are preyed upon more than men. Not even that, and it's like you could be carrying a gun as a woman, but you also have to know certain parameters. You have to know your capabilities of getting this firearm out because you're not always going to have this, or the first thing you should try and do is create distance. If somebody's 5 yards away from you, grabbing a gun is not the best thing to do because now it's a fight. And as a woman, if you're fighting a man that's bigger and stronger than you, it's a problem. What's up, Slim? Sway boys, what's up? Lou, the video is online. I got it in my phone, Lou. I'll actually send it to you when I get off of here. Yeah, facts, Jack. You can't let people in your bubble, and the problem is, what people don't understand when things happen in close proximity, you the reality of it is you will probably have to fight to your gun if that's going to be an option that you're going for. That's why we always suggest people have knives because the knife is going to be a close quarter option to possibly do what you have to do to create distance to get to the gun. And you might not need the gun, but the knife is that up close and personal, we in it, and that's going to be your equalizer. Not to say that, you know, you can't have the knife taken from you too, but and my two guys here, because we're all agents, and one of the worst things that we always tell people and educate people on about a knife is that's the one weapon that can be brought to the table that takes no skill to kill you. You have no skill whatsoever. But if you just throw it or you throw it around or you get lucky, jackpot. Yeah, 100%. 2A boy said, earn your draw. I like that. I'm about to pin that. Earn your draw. I like that. And that's factual because you literally have to earn it. You think somebody's, and then that's the difference of where we got to start getting into the practical application of things versus the social media side where you see people drawing and, you might see somebody draw, fire, drop, reload. All of that's getting reps in for reloads, but it's not practical for real life application. So it looks cool on videos. You're going to see me do more videos about it and stuff like that. It's going to be more stuff on YouTube. So if you're not following the YouTube, definitely make sure you slide over and subscribe to the YouTube because we're going to go more in depth. And I'm going to have a couple of my guys here with me. And we're going to be on the range. And sometimes we got some other stuff going on. An offland podcast type vibe where we're going to go into topics like these. And I had to pin that. I'm glad the Toy Boys put that earn your draw. Because in real life combat, you have to earn it. Nobody's going to let you get to the gun to use on them. BB Gang, what up, man? So it's like in, what Lou say? Oh yeah, situations aren't going to be that easy. And you have to prepare mentally. And it's always that everybody says, I got my plan A. If things go south, I could go to my gun. What if the person 5 yards away? Because when you
Tyson
draw,
always said everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
100%. Because if somebody's 5 yards away, right? And I actually did this the last time I did an armed guard class, and we were talking about yeah, just DM me, bro. I got you. I take care of you. Um, but we were talking about proximity of getting your firearm out, and I was training armed guards, so a lot of times it's a mental thing. And one of the things that me and the guys on the phone, we had one of the same mentors coming up in the agent game, and I told them like, all right, because we had blue guns, and I said, okay, when you're getting in that space where you're like, it's getting too close, I don't know. Draw when you feel comfortable. Now we're doing role play, so we're going back and forth. We got back and forth banter where I'm aggravated, I'm agitated, and I'm going at them. And then they have to decide if with me moving around the things I'm doing, do they feel it's time for them to draw their firearm? And then in some cases, I got so close, and especially with a couple of the ladies. And then when they wanted to go for the gun, I grabbed them in the gun. And then we ended this scenario there. It wasn't like a whole wrestling thing, but it was one of those things for a lot of the ladies that were in that class. It was an eye opener because now they know, wait a minute, I thought I could be fast and get it out, but it's a difference when you go to step back and then I just move forward. Now I grab you in the gun. Now what happens? Now you're in a fight. So,
Yeah.
and these are things that people don't actually. 5 yards, you got 2 seconds. 5 yards, you don't even have 2 seconds. 5 yards is a fight. It's not going to be a gunfight because if I got my knife and you go for your gun and I go for my knife, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose badly because with the gun, you have to point it at me. If I push that off of the line to me, I can stab, slice, slice. You can just shoot, but the gun is at another angle, so that's not stopping me from stabbing you and slicing you. So these are key facts.
And at 5 yards, if the attacker knows what they're doing, you only getting one shot.
You know,
It's that.
listen.
No, I'm
And
just saying because if at 5 yards, if you get the draw and you get that shot off, and I grab that slide, you're not getting back in the battery. You might get that second shot, maybe.
But if
yeah,
you saw the video, he wasn't even 5 yards away. He was more like maybe.
No,
what?
I didn't see the video, but I know
I gotta send it
it
to
was
you too, Josh. Yeah,
it was
situational
definitely in
awareness,
the
man.
He was about maybe 10 feet away at best.
yeah.
That's about 3 yards, 3.5 yards.
Yeah, but he wasn't 5.
And
No,
Aaron,
that's definitely within the fatal funnel, like or within the reactionary gap.
yeah, that's why they
Right.
say 7 yards or 21 feet because that gives you time. Because the thing is, the reality is, action beats reaction every time. So
Yep.
if I'm deciding I'm going to attack you and I'm 5 yards away, when I go like this, you're going to react to what I'm doing. So let's say if you move back, I'm going to be a greater force moving towards you than you are moving back. So now all I got to do is keep pressing you if I got a knife or you have no time to really react. 5 yards is more of a fight. You'll do way better going for a knife than you would a gun. And if you get the right knives, you can have them so that when you pull it out your pocket, you can deploy it and then do what you got to do. But these are some of the things, and Aaron said it too. He said it up here. Wait, what did he say? Oh, where was it? Oh yeah, difference between target shooting and defensive shooting, because we could sit up there all day and do the 5 yards away, and you draw from the hip, fire that first one, and then press out, and then get some more on target. It's cool because the target is just standing there to see if you, and you could just assess where you hit later. But in real life, the person is really gonna be coming at you, and it's a difference of, let's say, from a working perspective, a law enforcement perspective, an armed guard perspective. When we're going into a situation and we're encountering you, mentally, we already have to be playing A, B, C, D, E, and F, depending on the ways this could turn based on our immediate interaction. Nobody's just immediately walking up to you. But one of the gems that we all got from the same mentor, and I gave it to the young lady in that class after we had that little role play. And this is the thing that everybody's mind changed, especially the guys, because guys let me get close to them too. And the same thing, it was a fight for the gun. And then I said, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to look at me as Bruce Lee. And they said, what do you mean? I said, act like as if I'm Bruce Lee, the Bruce Lee that you know from movies, and we're going to have the same conversation. Everybody had a firearm out in their hand at low ready at best when I was 10 yards away. The only difference was they acknowledged the fact of, oh, you Bruce Lee, oh, I know what he's capable of. But the thing is, every day you don't know what a person's capable of. Yeah, a felon might not be able to go to a range and train all the time, but that don't stop him from getting into an MMA class, getting into some Krav Maga. That don't stop him from doing none of that. So these are things you got to be mindful of. I see Aaron hit with the laughing emojis. And one of the things is, realistically, our mentor said it. Everybody is Bruce fucking Lee, and they want to kill you until you prove otherwise.
Shit, I treat everybody like they're John Wick.
Yeah, because you don't know what somebody is capable of. You
Yeah,
could,
I will always overestimate you.
yeah, because I've seen people in the martial arts world that when they walk in, I've seen an older guy, grandmaster. Me and Josh even trained with a grandmaster. Listen, me and Josh had the opportunity to train with this grandmaster. You know, God rest his soul, Hanshi Ripasetta. This man was doing drills with us. He was kicking our asses, and we were attacking him 3 and 4 at a time. Not no play like 20%. No, we was going like 85 and 90%, and we were losing. This man had
This man was
stage four
was
cancer
65 or 70 years old at the time.
and had stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
So the people that you perceive as a threat, they might not even be the ones. When you see the boy from the gym that's all swole, he probably ain't got no gas tank. He probably gonna be tired after a few seconds. But that little guy, that guy that you think I'm gonna drag him up out of here. He might be that one. He might be a Bruce Lee. You go to put hands on him. Next thing you know, he ass on the floor. Like, I know this motherfucker ain't just do that to me. Yeah, he did. Now what you gonna do?
And it
That's it.
also
Lou said it. He swole. He slow.
yeah. One of the things we also harp on a lot is the mindset. Like, yeah,
Sparta
this
300
woman
kick then draw.
this woman had made the decision that she was going to carry a firearm for her protection. But that day when she left with that firearm, did she have it made up in her head? If I have to draw this firearm, I'm willing to take somebody's life.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think she
Because
was. What's up,
I
Brandon?
don't think she was. Um,
762 Jixie,
because
what's
if you
up?
sit there and I pray anybody who carries a firearm doesn't sit there and think that all I got to do is pull this gun out and that's going to stop the show. Like, no, like we need to be crystal clear. When you've pulled the gun out, you've escalated the situation. Yeah, you might have been in danger or you might have been in reasonable fear for your life before, but you have just escalated the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So now that person who thought maybe I was just going to snatch your pocketbook or tell this man to run his pockets and I was going to get a check, now he's got to fight for his life. if you're willing to go that far. If you're not willing to go that far, and when you dealing with firearms and weapons in general, you need to be brutally honest with yourself. If you are not willing to take somebody's life, don't carry a gun.
Yeah, until you cross that bridge. What's up, Doc? And Lou, you're right. Bruce Lee taught that being calm and at peace equals clear thoughts for defense. It is. And that's one thing, like he said, you got another thing. You want to flow like water. If you're going to attack, you better make it worth it. And it's one of those things because even when we're doing classes, and Josh been in classes with me before, where we go through all of the safety stuff, and we before we start getting into the real nucleus of the use of self defense, I ask people like, you think you can really shoot somebody? And I ask them some other questions after that, and you'll be surprised how some people are just like, yeah, and then we might say one, and they're like, oh, mm, I don't know, man. That's a tough one, man. And I'm gonna be like, you need to think about that if you out here carrying a gun.
Another thing that we haven't touched on yet is carrying a gun isn't the end all be all of self defense. Not even close.
Nah,
Because
facts.
carrying a gun is only step one. It's only step one. You need to learn how to fight with your weapon. You need to learn how to train with your weapon. I don't think that this woman had either. I don't think she had any formal training or anything. I think she went out, got a carry permit, got a gun, and thought, okay, now she's good to go. And that
Yeah,
false sense of security is what led to her death.
yeah. And I mean that's the same thing. In a fist, you look, and I tell people that too. In a fist fight, you expect to get punched in the face. In a gunfight, expect to be shot.
And also punched in the face.
And yeah, it might be punched a couple times. You take a couple of them Mike Tyson haymakers, you think you're gonna be able to hit that target from 7 yards now? You feeling a little woozy?
Shit. I won't be able to touch what's in front of my face. You hit me like Tyson.
Yeah.
And Jack said another thing: legal fees is real. So this is another thing too, because it's cool to go to the range and practice, but do you know? Can you really articulate and justify why you use deadly force? I tell people about a story from somebody I know in classes where the way it went from even something that the detective said to him, they was just like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He was sitting there like, and this is before USCCA and all of that. So he was sitting there like, damn, maybe I should ask for a PD. He was like, oh, the detective said something else. He's like, yo, I might have to ask for a PD. They just got
Let's be
real.
clear. He should have. Listen. I know we all. Please get rid of that false narrative that if I'm innocent, I don't need a lawyer.
Mm,
No one should be making statements to the police without a lawyer.
Right.
Especially not if you're dealing with a self-defense shooting. Because here's the deal. If you've drawn a gun to defend yourself, you are a criminal. You have committed a crime. It may be a justified crime, but you have committed a crime.
hold on,
So
wait.
no statement should be made without a lawyer.
He
I'm
said,
not trying. This next statement is not meant to try and vilify or to take anything away from police or people in law enforcement. But they are not your friends. They
they're
have a
there.
job to do.
Yep.
They are
They're
there to prove one way or the other what happened.
yep. Pistol whip
So do not
repeatedly.
make statements to the police without an attorney. The first word, I don't care if you get taken down to the police district because you got too many parking tickets. Lawyer.
For real.
Kill my man
And
said.
it's not that you've done anything wrong, but they have, especially detectives, have been taught and have gained a career over getting the answers that they want, that suit the facts as they see it. I'm not saying they're manipulating anything. I'm not saying they're creating
No,
anything.
they kind of do. They kind of
But
do manipulate a lot of situations. I'll say it.
they can manipulate you, but it's still up to you to make the wrong statements.
Yeah.
And we all hear it all the time, and I think by now a lot of people in America are numb to it. In your Miranda rights, they tell you anything you say can and will be used against you.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to
It
talk.
doesn't say. It doesn't say. Well, if you're a criminal, then we'll use the. No, anything you say can and will be used against you. That's why. Well, we don't do free promotion, but
Entities.
these entities that you can get, that you can pay a subscription fee to, are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or having a lawyer that you can have on retainer that you know is well versed in criminal law,
Yep.
in gun cases,
Yeah. Because
in
even
self-defense cases.
we had an incident in Philly where a guy shot 5 police officers. He called somebody that was an A1 defense attorney, and they told SWAT to stand down after 5 officers have been shot, and the 2 were barricaded in the house. I know 2 of the SWAT officers that
What the hell?
I know 2 of the SWAT officers that went in to get the dude that was stuck in the 2 that were stuck in the house. They were actually reprimanded because they were told to stand down. But he walked out and was able to give up because of the person he called. So those things are like real. You definitely want to have a lawyer. You don't have to speak without one. This is crazy. Did y'all see the question? Get pistol whipped repeatedly with a high point or shot once with a 22? You get pistol whipped with a high point.
Neither.
C5, what up?
What you mean?
Yeah, understand that use of force continuum. You'll be brain dead. You get pistol whipped with a high point
Right?
repeatedly.
Like,
I'll take 22 for $500.
can I control where I'm getting shot?
I mean, it doesn't matter. If you get shot with a 22, it's going to end up somewhere else anyway.
Yeah, but still, I can deal with the foot. Like, Del Reese, I'll take the shot in the pinky toe.
Yeah, see, and this is another thing too. Like, and I see Aaron said you got to know the use of force continuum because, and you got to know how to properly articulate things. They're definitely, and me and actually it's so funny because me and that same defense attorney we had a conversation, about articulation and defense use of deadly force, um, and reasons of why to escalate it. And he even said like he can articulate that for you on your behalf. Let's say you in a fist fight, you get jumped by a couple people, and you kind of holding your own, but you getting tired and you outnumbered, and then you draw the gun to shoot one of them. He can articulate that because by you being exhausted, you cannot properly defend yourself the way that you could have if you were full steam. But these are
Right.
things that the average person might not understand. If we decide to get in a mutual combat, and let's say I go to punch you and I hit you, put your head in, I punch your head and I break my hand, right? Now I might just be like, nah, bro, I'm good. My hand messed up. Now, if you keep attacking me, you think I'm gonna sit up here and keep trying to just keep a fair one with one hand after I told you no, I'm good? No, I told you I'm good. And if you proceed to still try and attack me where I can no longer properly defend myself because of an injury, it's a reason to escalate force. Now,
Yeah, I mean, you could
well,
put my
for
hand up
another
and you
thing,
said
this is
mutual
not legal
combat.
advice. We're not giving you legal advice.
We are not lawyers. We're not attorneys.
What we're giving you is perspective. We're planting seeds for you to water, put in the sunlight, and for you to get some representation.
Facts.
That's all it really is. We want to get the gears turning. But that story was really unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, Doc, you're right. People think they're gonna talk their way out. Okay, you you be to talk your way right into that cell and be like, I was the victim. People don't even understand. With a gun, you could go from victim to aggressor really fast.
Yeah.
That shift can happen in an instant. And there's so many things that people don't understand when it comes to the use of deadly force. But one of those other things is about being able to articulate yourself properly. And one of the biggest things is being able to articulate and justify your actions. Now, when you're sitting here and you're nice and calm, if I throw a scenario at you, you might be able to justify that because you haven't really had to shoot somebody. But now, if it came down to it and you had to really use your firearm, right? Now you're dealing with that adrenaline dump. You're dealing, what up, YouTube? You're dealing with all of these things going on. You're breathing, your heart pounding out of your chest. All of these things going on, and you just had to use your firearm. And you're not going to get the same grace that law enforcement gets. Or should I say sworn law enforcement. You're not going to get that same grace. They want to answer right now. You're not getting that 72 hours. No. They want to know right now. So, yeah, you need to have that representation lined up. What the heck? I guarded the broom with the tiny flick. What? Johnny Cash, what up? Oh, Jack want to come on.
Yo,
Yo, what up, Jack?
what up, Jack? Man. What's good, everybody? Hey, another thing you gotta keep in mind too.
What up, Chief?
If you're using this firearm, you go through all this, you might well get ready because you're not only dealing with lawyer fees, lawyers and attorney fees. You dealing with mental health issues. I mean, it's a lot. You're gonna end up suffering from a shooting incident. You're gonna have to get some counseling, all that good stuff. A lot of people like, oh, you don't need no counseling. You shoot somebody and you're not trying to. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to defend yourself. You're going to spend multiple days and nights looking at that one person. No matter what you do. Everybody quick to say they can kill somebody. That's true. You can be quick to kill somebody. But is you willing to deal with what's going to come after? Even if you beat the case, how you going to be for the rest of your life? You're going to be walking around like a zombie trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to think everybody that one person you shot and killed. So that's the thing people got to realize.
Yeah. And I'm actually glad you pointed that out. Because that's a whole nother side. Let's say it is, you do get cleared on that shooting.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you got cleared on the shooting. It was a good shoot. Now, they're sitting up here. You have to live with the fact that you watch somebody take their last breaths because of you. Now, true. Now, listen. You did what you were supposed to do and it's justified, right? Some people cope better than others. I know somebody that would throw hands with anybody. He would fight whoever. He used to beat the hell out of people who we would work if it came to that. But I know that same person got into a shooting. Man, my man stayed in the house for like a week or two.
Exactly.
To try and find a place.
Exactly.
To cope.
And then sometimes, and the reason you definitely need help is a lot of people can't cope without some type of medicine, some type of liquid carriage and shit like that, right? So I'm gonna tell you this. I had one buddy that was OC with me. Of course, he did what he did, right? He come home. He was all fine over there. He was bragging about like, yeah, I did this, I did that. But soon he got home, Now he have to sit back. Shit ain't moving as fast as he wanted to no more. He got to sit in that dark house, like, just thinking himself. He drove himself crazy. The man had to get help. He almost killed himself because he couldn't cope with what happened. He thought he thought he could live with himself, but it's hard to live with yourself after you do some shit like that. So just think before you do anything. And I think, like you said earlier, most people need to get in the rhythm of doing some type of classes, some type of combat classes, have knife. They got all kind of stuff now. Knife, stunt gun, you know, but you got to create
real stress.
Real stress. You got to have a routine. You know what I'm saying? You got to create muscle memory. Like, yeah, just because I got a firearm, I go draw. But you got to understand, too, when everything take effect, your nerves working against you, your hands shaking, you're trembling, you got to make sure you don't lock up. And I think that's what that lady did. She drew. She didn't train enough like she was supposed to create that muscle memory. She drew and like, okay, this was going to scare somebody. But people got to understand, too, it's people out there that be high off drugs, that, you know what I'm saying, full of adrenaline, somebody that like to throw hands. And you see that one case where the dude come out just shooting the guy, and he done shot him like 3 or 4 times. That dude still throwing hands.
Yep.
Dang, you just got to create that space. You see it's about to be a threat. You just got to even though you got a gun, you see that threat, it's best to just go the other way.
Yeah.
Say, you know what I'm saying? That's what God gave you feet for. Run. It's okay to run. Get to somewhere where you can actually control your weapon and actually get on target. So
because that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, Jack. Cause you go ahead and you pull that gun out to defend yourself. You let off 10 shots and you hit 4 people that ain't had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
You are going to prison, good buddy. You might have hit the other person too. And if by the grace of God you don't go to jail, you're gonna be taking care of them 4 people for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
They will literally own you.
Exactly. People think just cause having a gun that I'm mighty. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it's not the end all be all. It's the first step of multi-step process.
What's up, Integrity? I got you 1 second, Aaron. When somebody tap out, I got you. I'll bring you in. But no, man, it's real because it's so many things like that you think. Like you might think, man, if I shoot somebody, it is what it is, man. And it seemed like that, and it might be like that at first, but like Jack said, you might be dead, man. I did what I had to do. And then when you go home and you lay down and that adrenaline wear off, and you tossing and turning in that bed and you keep replaying it over and over and over.
You see the same person. You wake up in the morning, you're going to see them like next to you. You look in the mirror, you're going to see them. That same person you killed. And anybody ever killed anybody, you know they don't talk about it, but you can tell it's something bothering them. You know what I mean? And I tell you, when it really boiled down to, like, when it really hits you hard, is when you have a family member that you see and you see nothing but that person, and that family member coming to you trying to console you, trying to tell you, like, it's okay, you did what you had to do, but they wouldn't understand because they didn't pull the trigger. But yeah, people gotta understand, man. Yeah, it look cool on movies and shit, but when it come to real life, it ain't no game.
Yeah, it's way different, man. And that's the part that be like. Let's say everything is justified. You did what you're supposed to. You go home, man. When you gotta lay down and you in there and all you have is your thoughts. Like that's why people be thinking that therapy. Nah, you might need to go talk to somebody serious.
Bro, you can't hold that on you.
And some people they might find a way to go to God, and you gonna give it to somebody.
I'm gonna share a little bit of a different perspective, and not to say that I disagree with y'all, but perspective is healthy. I think we are talking about a different generation and a different type of person. I think we're talking about
That's true.
conscious of mind, good human being who is experiencing these things. You know, I'm a little bit younger than most, so I look at things from the younger guy territory of 30 and down category. And these kids that are coming up now, man, they are not experiencing these same mental instabilities after the fact. They are killing without any recourse. They don't.
That's true.
They don't lose an ounce of sleep. I've seen it. They don't lose sleep. They actually they have fun. I've seen people shooting the people and then get on Instagram live and talk about it 10 minutes after they shot them up. So like, you know, it's we are in the business of teaching what's right and leading people the right way so that they get the right things in life. And I agree with you guys in its entirety. You know, taking a life is not an easy thing to do. Those of us who've been put in those situations, we don't ever care to talk about it. I don't want to tell war stories about the Marine Corps.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
I was the greatest thing I ever. Nah, I'm okay. You run into me out in the street, just be nice. That's all you need. That's about it. All the other stuff isn't necessary. But you know, we are growing into this next generation, and I put so much of my energy into the youth and trying to do what's best for them. And they are this now new class, 14. I'm gonna even go now. I'm gonna say 10 through 24. They are the ones doing the killing. They are the shooters these days. And they are in a different space, man, where they are killing relentlessly. And some of them, don't get me wrong, some of them are soft as dog shit. We know this to be true. They didn't grow up hard. They playing gangster. They go do some shit, and then they be in the courtroom singing like a fucking parody so they get a chance.
$2.
But a lot of times, man, these young kids, they moving different these days, at least in Philly. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but
Aaron, you know what?
These young boys are ridiculous, man.
That's a great perspective because I remember I did this detail where I'm like, this is gonna be a dope detail. You know, I get to sit out here, give some positive stuff to the kids. Man, we had to pat. They said when these kids come in, you got to search them. And as we doing it, I'm sitting there talking to the other agents I'm with. I'm like, bro, did you ever think that we'd get to the point we out here searching 10 to 16-year-olds, man?
Yeah.
Like young boy was like 11. I'm searching him. I grabbed the screwdriver.
They used to get a pass on the block. Let them go. They kids, man. We don't, you know.
Now they the ones.
It's no more. Hey, you look at a 10-year-old, they shiesty mask, Nike Tech sweatsuit on. You on them 6 pockets. You don't know what they got in their pocket. It's ridiculous, man. We live in a different time.
I was in Georgia, yesterday? And now it's like every bit of 85, 90 degrees. It's hot, right? Out there, t-shirt short. And this young guy just walked by. He got a boot bag on his back. He got a sweater. He blacked out pants. And he's leaving from like the hood area and going into the nice suburb area. And I'm just looking like, them be like the ones. Like,
and half of them, they ain't got no enemies. They ain't got no problems. They
like who you hiding
They all
from?
just want to look alike. They all wear all black. They all dress the same. They got the same damn hairstyles. I don't know what's wrong with these kids. They brainwashed. They all one person.
Damn hot.
They all the same.
Fact.
It's too damn hot for this.
But I will say to the topic, you know, and I was just driving a bit of a different perspective, but to get back to the original discussion.
Yeah, Jagger, they do be catching bodies.
I don't think that anybody is prepared for what it costs to take a life. And I don't think, in my opinion and in my experience, which is, you know, more extensive than the average Joe, there's nothing you can do to prepare. You can't get ready. You can't train.
No.
You can't take a class. Can't nobody teach you. That's something you got to take up with whoever you pray to. And you don't ever get past it. Never, ever, ever, ever. You carry that shit every day. And some of us, where we say, you know, I heard this earlier, I was listening to you guys, and even reading through some of the comments, you know, some of us have a stronger mental. No, the fuck we don't. Some of us are doing a really good job at wearing a really nice poker face. We walk around and we smile and wave, and we be menaces to society behind those smiles and waves. A wolf in fucking rainbow colors. But in reality, you don't ever get past it. You don't ever move on from it. You don't ever recover. Once you've taken somebody off this planet, you don't get more lives. It's not GTA. You don't start over. You don't go back to the menu and pick a character. This is it. When you take somebody's one opportunity, somebody said it, you lose a piece of your soul. That's real. You lose a piece of you, and you'll never get it back. And that's part of the whole intent and purpose on why we do this, at least for me, in the first place as an instructor. I teach the combat mindset. I have it. I've had the ability to teach it. I've been in the situations to exude it. You need to do more than just pick up a gun. That's easy. Anybody can do that. We got kids running around right now and they don't even know what the gun is called.
Yep.
And Philly, they still calling them Glock 9s. The caliber is the name of the gun. Like, we're still dealing with that. So carrying the gun is easy. But that mental that it takes to get there, man, it's most people aren't equipped for it. I said it in the comments quite a few times that you guys were asking, and nobody is ready. People, the machoest man, the hardest guy, the most trained, I'm ready. And then the time comes and they don't be ready. Our last live, I told the story, I was outside of the wire. I was the sergeant on the lead in my unit for my convoy. And when we took fire, my corporal froze. But he was the biggest, most macho gangster. I'm from Detroit. Okay. Until the bullets start flying. And now you're about to piss on yourself. So everybody big themselves up. I'll say this too, and this will be my last part on it, just from my perspective. Don't speak on a situation you've never lived and you've never been in. Don't even speculate. Don't give an opinion. Don't think about it. Don't castrate empathy or sympathy. Keep that shit to yourself, because you might be talking to somebody who's been there, and you fucking around behind that person the wrong way. Exactly. Rub somebody the wrong way. If you ain't been there, you ain't lived it, you ain't experienced it, don't speak on it, because you are quite literally, in the most disgusting way, you're being ignorant to something that 99.9% of people have never experienced and never will experience, and don't have the motherfucking heart or the capability to experience it. And once you live through it and you make it to the back end of it, like to your point, you're a guy who damn near committed suicide. I just posted on my story. September is Veterans is Suicide Awareness.
Yep.
This shit is real. We walk around with this every single day. And I just told this to a friend of mine. We don't get the benefit of the doubt, and we don't get the understanding. People don't understand what we go through on the other side. And then when we come back to society, ladies and gentlemen, they don't give us high fives and pamphlets and shit. They send us back home the way that we left. It ain't no assimilation. There's no, hey, welcome back to society. You
Aaron.
People again.
One thing. Most people come back broken.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you went away and deployed and you've never taken a life before, now during your tour, you've done this numerous times. When it's over and the uniform's off and you go home, once you sign them papers and you leave. And I've never been in the military, but all my friends like y'all tell me, once you sign that paper and you leave, they don't give a fuck no more. It's like, you're no good to us. Bye. Whatever problems you got, figure it out.
We sent you to the VA. We sent over your medical records. We wish you the best.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna hop on that too. I'm glad you said it, because going through basic training, going through your first duty station, we was taught not to have feelings. You remember going through your cadence, how your cadence used to make you feel, and we used to be, and they used to tell us all the time, you ain't got no feelings. Uncle Sam been sold them feelings. They been fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Are you
a robot?
You're a robot. You hurt. Drink water. No medicine or nothing. You everything. Drink water and drive on, right? And I was telling this one person, we were just taught to just go. We didn't have nobody telling us, yo, this is what you need to expect after this. You know what I'm saying? You have old heads now that went through it and seen what, the problem. They'll come to you and take out time and talk to you about it, but a lot of younger soldiers don't listen.
Yeah.
And when they end up getting in a jam to where they getting put out, they ain't got nothing to fall back on. They call back to old units and stuff like that, trying to figure shit out. And it don't help any,
Yeah.
But my biggest thing when I got deployed, I used to pray to God every night. I don't care to take a life. I don't care to be in the shit. I just want to make it back home, right? And if it did happen, I pray I don't lock up. All that macho man shit, like he was saying. I got one soldier. Well, he ain't in the service no more. You can tell the one that's real and the one that's all cap. Training exercises, rope marches. You can see it from a mile away. He'll be that guy that yes sir, that guy that walking around with ton of gear on, face paint and everything, and everybody like, what's his deal? Every mission we had, he kept talking about, yeah, I want to go across the wire. I want to go across the wire.
Mm-hmm. He lied to himself.
Yeah, but when we had the opportunity to cross from Kuwait to Iraq, man, whole mind frame changed.
Oh yeah.
I got a newborn baby. Yeah, everything come into play. But yet and still, you cried your way up out of it. But you also put yourself in that situation. Because one thing about soldiers, one thing about leaders, if they got a headstrong soldier, they're going to throw them in the mess. They're going to throw them in the fight.
Oh, yeah.
You are a reliable source. You know what I'm saying? We know you going to get busy. But, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It ain't like what they used to be no more. But
and to your point, you know, me personally, I came home in 2018. I never got those feelings back that they took away. The Marine Corps does a really good job at taking them away. I'll put it that way. And I got so good at it, and I dove so deep into it, and I fell in love with this shit so much. I never got it back. I wanted to be the person they were creating. I was investing in my heart and soul into being that person. So to me, it wasn't a game. I was a little bit older when I went in, so I understood a little bit more. I wasn't one of those 17, 18-year-old recruits. I went in with a little season. You know, I worked a couple jobs, lived life a little bit, moved around, paid my own bills. So I knew it was a game. I knew basic was a facade. But I poured into it anyway because I knew what I was going into. So when I made it past my first duty station, I go through my first MOS, get my B billet. They move me over to admin. I'm thinking I got it made. And then they attached me to second tanks. And when I hit my first deployment, I was like, I got to buy into this person. Because now I'm thinking I'm going to the worst place in the world. I don't know where we going. Wherever we going, I'm terrified. You know, they attached me to a tank unit. I'm thinking I'm going to go do some shit. And I invested so heavily into that version of myself. You know, I told myself I can't be attached to any decision that I make because I got to wear this for the rest of my life. I got to carry this with me, and I won't carry it with me. I became the machine. And it wasn't for me, again, organically until I came home. My baby girl's about to be 4. She set that light off again. She hit that switch and brought me back to you have to have feelings. This little girl's relying on you. She's dependent on you. You are her father. She's going to need you to be emotionally vulnerable, available. You're going to have to be her Superman. You can't do that without feeling. You can try, but it ain't going to go too great. And she just, you know, she required things of me, and she required a care and attention to her that broke me out of that cycle. But for a lot of people, man, again, they don't have that opportunity. We're that blessed. I give God his flowers. You know, I was blessed that my daughter carried enough weight, and I was a man enough to take on that responsibility as a father to let it do what it did for me. And it brought me back to, okay, now I understand a little bit more how the world operates and seeing how things go. And it allowed me to feel a little bit more. You know, feeling for her opened me back up to being vulnerable. But I was so shut off from the world, man, when I first came home. I ain't feelings. I don't know fucking feelings. I just watched the kid eat his food off the ground with his bare hands, literally. I don't give a fuck about nothing y'all complaining about. Y'all talking about fighting over toilet paper and shit. I'm watching people struggle all over the world. This shit is different. I went in humanitarian in Puerto Rico after the hurricane, after everything happened. Like, I'm watching people struggle. Real struggle. Not this bullshit struggle we talk about every day with all this shit rough. We ain't one paycheck. It's not. Pay for an apartment. It's not. Like, we gotta quit. We gotta quit. Like, you get out there in the world, man, you see the struggle in other places, you learn to be a little more humble. So, you know, a lot of my ways were the person I went in, I did not come out that same person, and I'm blessed.
No, that's right.
Be here today because I went in. Because had I not went in, I was one of them young, wild kids running the streets. I'm untouchable. I can't nobody do nothing with me. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm a basketball player. I can fight. I can run. I can jump.
Exactly.
I'm naturally talented. I can shoot my whole life. I got behind guns a lot later, but I can shoot my whole life. So I was one of them kids. You can't tell me nothing. I'm unstoppable.
Yeah.
You either end up dead or in jail, sir. It ain't too many paths for
Facts.
them type people.
Right.
And it took its course, man, and I ended up back where I am today. But I'm blessed, man. My daughter, she did it all. She worked me back to what I believe is the most normalcy I've had in a very long time. And I'm able to identify it. I went through a lot of therapy. I spoke to a lot of people. I have a real good support system. My family is ginormous. I got one of them family with 30 cousins and 12 aunties and 45 uncles. So, they saw it. They're like, you don't seem like yourself.
Right.
And that's another thing that comes in that's huge, man. Just having that support system. You see a problem and you think it's a problem. Invest in a problem, man. 9 times out of 10, your intuition ain't lying. You think somebody going through something, they going through something.
Exactly.
You never know. And trust me, the ones who really are deep in this shit, we ain't gonna show it.
Nah.
You ain't gonna know unless I want you.
Exactly. And I tell a lot of people, when I first got deployed, I had this old Vietnam vet. He used to tell me, it's the funniest shit he could have told me. He said, you gotta forget the motherfuckers behind you. You gotta think about the people in front of you. I'm like, what? He said, you ain't got no damn family back at home. So I'm like, what? I said, yeah, I do. I got a child. I said, he was just born. He said, I'm trying to teach you something, young man. He like, the more and more you think about that family back at home while you're over here, the less focus you will have on the mission. And I'm like, that's stupid. That don't make sense. But later on, I found out why. Because when you focusing on your family back at home, you lose all focus on what you're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
Then you making these phone calls. Like this guy, he was in my ass so bad, he wouldn't even let me call home like the last couple of days of being in Iraq. Cause he like, this when this shit really happens. He like, you think you're going home and then you go out and you do something dumb, you either get blowed up or a court martial. Then what you gonna do? So I understood where you come from. But like I said, when I did get home, I had to readapt to society. And I had to learn how to cherish my loved ones. And like I said, you gotta have a hell of a support system. You ain't got a support system, you trying to do this shit on your own, that's where you fell at from the get-go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely need a team. I can't even say a team. You need a nice group of real men around you.
Yep.
Where when you like and y'all probably done heard me say it on here a million times. As a man, it's okay to not be okay.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Like fuck all of this man up bull. That's bullshit. It is okay to not be okay.
Every superhero need a person that's gonna look out for them.
Facts.
You know what
Everybody,
I'm saying?
all of them got one. All of them got one.
Hey, all of them got one. You know what I mean?
You need that person that ain't afraid to get in your ass, even when you stand in your own way.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna stand between you and yourself. It's important, man. When I went on my deployment, I didn't even tell my family I was deploying. That was my mindset. It ain't nobody to call. Y'all don't even know I'm going. By the time y'all realize I'm going, damn, you ain't reached out in a little bit. You all right?
Exactly.
Yeah, man, I was away for a little bit. Oh, all right, yeah, cool, yeah. I'll see y'all as soon as I can. Like, I don't want to do too, and I didn't want to worry. My mom was a very worrisome person. The first time she heard the word deployment, she was terrified. I'm like, Mom, it's not. First of all, it's not even a combat deployment. Let's get because I think people forget that too. Every deployment ain't a combat deployment. Every deployment in Afghanistan. I was on the MU. I was on the Marine Expeditionary Unit. I was on the water for 9 months straight. It's okay. It's okay. Like it's all right. And she. Oh my God, my baby. Mom, it's all right. So you gotta definitely be careful, man, about how you move about people, and like you said, you got to cherish the ones around you and value things that actually hold value in this lifetime. The average citizen, I call them civilians these days, and I'm a civilian too myself, and it's beautiful. But the average civilian, they value things that those of us who have served in a law enforcement capacity, military, first responder, firefighter, paramedic, those of us who have seen it, have felt it, had the trauma in your hands and lived it, breathed it, tasted it, you process life a little different. Everything is a little different. So, you gotta always remember that, the average person doesn't understand. They walk through life, la 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 la. That's their mindset.
Right.
They've never had to experience it before. And I give people their grace, but it pisses me off. That's one of my biggest gripes in society. I used to always say when I first came home, and I was a little naive at the time, but I had good intentions. I would always say every young boy at the age of 18 should be forced to go through basic training. They should go through 90 days. Every single one of them. Just to get that manhood kicked into your ass, it'll shape your mind a little bit different. We got so many young kids growing up these days, with or without fathers, because I don't like that narrative either. With or without fathers, they don't have discipline. And the dad is there, but the son gonna do what son want to do when he hit 18. So discipline is necessary as a man. You need to have discipline instilled in you as a man. I went into the service, again, headstrong, chest puffed out. I'm from Philly, I'm tough. I can fight. Let's do it. And just puffed my chest out at my senior. And didn't go how I expected it to. So, my senior, he at the front of the house. Everybody on me. So we come in, take a knee. So he fucking with me because I'm 6'6", so I'm taller than everybody. So he like, I don't like when you take a knee with the same height. So he made me sit down. And this day I must have just been working. Yeah, it was one of them days. Yeah, so I'm just a little worked up. Yeah, I'm a little worked up because I'm already feeling it. It's 110 degrees. I'm pissed off. Fuck this. I felt froggy that day. My heart was in my chest and it was beating 1,000 miles an hour. Fuck that. I ain't taking any knee today. How about that? So I go to stand up. See what you want to do. I have me and my kiddo, they come around, they standing around me. So I'm now at this point, as a man, I'm standing on my arms and toes, whatever I have to say. And you want to do something, Philly? They used to always call me Philly. You want to do something, Philly? Go ahead, walk and make it happen. Man, before I could even think about getting that first punch off, I was on the ground.
Yeah, probably about 12 other motherfuckers come out of nowhere.
What?
Yeah, that's what it was.
My arm this way, my other arm this way, my foot up this way.
And it's like they got some good hearing from a mile away. It's
ridiculous. And they move at the speed of sound. And these motherfuckers don't just don't go in and be humble because it's not these dudes different, man. They different. Man. They built different. They exercise all day, every day. Their job is to put through a process thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of recruits. They run 4, 5, 6, 7 miles. They act like everything we do, they got to do 5 times over.
Exactly. And you know why, though? Because they are the SME. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They the subject matter expert. And what it look like, somebody that's from the street coming in trying to boost them around. Yeah. I had one, he was like 5'2". He was, they call him Rosario. Rosario, when he spoke, the joker sound like a giant. And here it is. One day I said something out the way. He kicked the table, no bullshit. I don't know why the table didn't flip, but it seemed like the table just slid a couple feet, and he was running while I was flying and jumped on top of that motherfucker, boy. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
He all on top of my head, poking down.
and then it don't make it no worse because you still learning the process. So I'm still in that mindset. I'm still in the city mind. Yeah. They screaming. I'm talking about top of their lungs, spit flying. I'm just crying profusely. As a grown ass man, there's nothing I can do. I want to fight everybody. If I get the opportunity, I'll swing wherever it's supposed to. He didn't move an inch. Couldn't move 2 feet. I had to sit there.
If that go.
Oh yeah. I learned the hard way. And then sit my dumb ass right back in my seat. Now go have a fucking seat. Go sit down.
And look like
back straight, mouth shut, hands on your knees. Yeah, fingers blade. Don't do nothing. You breathe the wrong way, it's over for you. Man,
Then
you know how humbling that shit is?
Then your battle, they don't make shit better. They wait till the motherfucker leave. Bro.
Hey, bro. Why y'all
Hey, they be like, I thought you was gonna go first, then we were gonna go.
Man, listen. I learned I won't make that mistake again.
Hey, we had some baddies, right? And our guy, he was like 6'6", he was a big dude. You know what I'm saying? He did a little wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had this other one, just on Bert. Bert probably a little bit taller than I was, but he was in shape, damn good shape, right? And you know, we get the chance to pick out who we want to fight. So he was the only drill sergeant there. I'm like, shit, I want to kick Rosario ass, but I'm glad Rosario wasn't there because I probably wouldn't have won that. Hey, that boy grabbed drill sergeant Burton, was slinging around like a rag doll. Boom, boom. We like, yeah. Hey, me and my battle, we talk shit like, yeah, we finna whoop these drill sergeant ass. Hell yeah. Man, Bert was playing his man to the left. He waited till the man was out of breath and he tore his ass up. I said, God dang. And he said, all right, who next? Like, it wasn't nothing. Everybody got quiet and he smoked the shit out of all of it. Oh, y'all got to go down like battles. Y'all want to jump me, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Man, we don't want no part of you, bro.
They put my first MOS, they put me with right after infantry training. They sent me to my A school. Get to A school. My instructor ended up being, which is so crazy. He was my instructor at A school. He ended up PCSing and being my sergeant at my unit when I
I had it too.
To the fleet, which was super dope because we had a relationship. But you know, again, when you were in school, they still got the school mindset. So,
yep.
You know, I'm the biggest guy. He's the biggest instructor. So, you know, we got this thing where I gotta show that I am who I am. I'm trying to prove myself. But this dude's a fucking bodybuilder. Like, I'm a slim guy. I ain't no big dude by no stretch. This dude's he's 6'6", but he 280. It's a different type of 6'6". So yeah, and this ain't one of them. This one of them NBA 6'6" bodybuilders 6'6". So we having our platoon competitions. You know, they get us all together. We do a bunch of shit. We going back and forth, and we get to the end where we sparring. We body sparring. So they don't want to put me against none of the other Marines that are in school with me because I'm bigger than everybody else. So they like, okay, we're going to pair you up with sir. We're going to put y'all together. I'm like, y'all can't do that. He ain't supposed to even be a part of this. He's supposed to be, you know, orchestrating the shit. But again, I can't back down. I got to puff my chest out. I'm trying to, you know, do my thing. I'm trying to be a leader amongst my group. So I'm trying to make myself stand out.
You're trying to set that example. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck. Like, let's do it. Y'all see the size difference, bro. Like, this dude 3 times my size. Lou is a monster, man. Lou is a beast. We go in the body sparring. We get in right before we tap. He looked at me. He leaned in. He said, I'm going to fuck you up. And Lou barely spoke English. English was his third language. Barely spoke English. Big ass Hispanic dude. And we get in there, and mind you, again, we body sparring. But this is the last spar, so every we talking about almost 200 people standing around watching this.
Oh,
so we the last spar. This is like the main event. I felt like it was a show or some shit. So now my heart racing because I'm like, I can't get my ass whipped. Everybody gonna see it. So as soon as we kick off, I go for an instant straight jag. The first.
Wait, hold on, Aaron. Your audio messed up. Your audio messed up. You gotta bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Now, am I back?
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
There we go. So my AirPods acting crazy. So first shot, boom, tag him, hit him right on the chin. Now we body sparring, so everybody, oh, they going crazy. So they the other instructors, they trying to stop it. He like, no, it's good. We good. He want to be a man, let him be a man. Boy, listen. We had a motherfucking dance. When I tell you I ain't never been hit so hard in my motherfucking life.
Hey, especially when they said, "Oh, he ready to be a man now."
Yeah, he said he ready to be a man. I said, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna be a man today. And we going at it. I'm getting my punches in. I'm trying to use the distance. Every time I try to use the distance, he closes the gap. Body shot. Boom, and he hit hard as shit. Like, after a while, I'm like, all right, at this point, I don't even want to get hit no more. I'm just gonna dance around till they call time. But they let us go a little bit longer than everybody else. I think everybody wanted to see that. They wanted to see that for sure.
Oh yeah,
but I earned his respect that day because when we got to the fleet, of course, in the schoolhouse they can't tell you that. But when I got to the fleet, he was like, "Man," he said, "I'm proud of you." He said, "To see how far you come from where we started to where we are now, I'm proud of the man you become." You know, and he ended up being one of my mentors in life. We still, cool to this day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Them bonds you can't break. Ain't no better bond than two men banging it out. That's the best way to do it.
And that's what I hate about the way I came up semi old school to new school era, right? As far as coming in.
Throw hands and shake hands.
They were still kicking us and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I think that what made the better soldier, the best man. You know what I'm saying? The best leader. It was the one like put your hands on them.
Yeah.
Like that wall-to-wall counseling. Meet me in the back by the burn pit.
Oh yeah.
And let the leader dust them off real quick. Bruh, that was like to me that was like the best thing because that took you back to the neighborhood. Where you had an older brother or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Older dad.
Turn your ass up. Yeah.
Turn your ass up real quick. But man, when they made it where everything becomes soft, can't yell at them, can't fuss at them, can't
stress cards and shit.
Right. Thank God I ain't never seen no stress card, but
yeah, I heard the stories. I ain't never had the privilege of seeing one myself, but I did have a buddy of mine who was still doing recruit duty. He had told me they letting some of the recruits bring their phones and shit. So basically,
man,
y'all got these kids in there with phones,
bro.
They call them home or shit.
Bro, this is the crazy thing. My last day on the trail, my last cycle on the trail, as I say. When them jokes said I had to take a class, I said, I got all my certifications. Why I got to take a class? Oh, no, you got to learn about candy bars. I said, wait a minute, what candy bar? And they like, you'll see later on. I'm like, what the fuck? So the military got all these terms and stuff.
Right.
I'm like, well, maybe it's just short for something else. You know what I'm saying? Some type of TM or something. I don't know. At 1800, 1900 total line. We were doing total line. They all standing there, and I'm looking around, and next thing you know, I see some boxes come up. Hey, you drill sergeant, could we get our bars? What damn bars? Our candy bar. Man, you can't eat. You need to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? You need to go to the bank. Man, my bad, like, hey, bro, I don't want you getting no trouble, but we got to give it to him now. You got to do what? He's like, yeah, they got to eat it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Part of their plan is, I'm like, bro, when I got kids, the MRE was everything that you needed to make it.
That was it. We was out there hustling MREs like they was the hottest thing on the street.
Man, let's get that number 6. You got a 4, I trade this 5 for 4. Like, we knew exactly what was in.
Come on, man. I need the peanut butter packet. Go ahead and take this jerky. Go ahead and pass me that peanut butter packet.
Y'all gonna laugh at me, but it's kind of funny because it really is a hustle. Not just in the military, but, man, hunters, they will come to you. Man, I give you $100 for a box of MRE. I give you this. I give you this. But look.
I knew it was coming.
You need to have stuff like that laying around, cause especially for people like the prep. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't here during Katrina. I was overseas, right? And just to hear some of the tales they were telling me, I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy, bro. Y'all ain't got no food, no water, and we over there, we throwing away shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat MRE like that.
Yeah.
After I made it through basic training, I said, shit, I'm finna get right. Man, I went to the store. I would give me some Vienna, some people used to like, man, you getting all spaghetti, yo, what the kid gonna eat? I started saying, man, fuck them kids. I gotta eat. Man, I used to have all that stuff sent to me. Hot tea juices and stuff like that. Cause, bro, one thing that people don't understand, when you doing these missions overseas and you eating all this MREs, you getting clogged up, it really fucking with you, right? I said, man, I never do that shit no more. And all of them, to me, all taste the same. Regardless of which one you pick, they all got that same flavor.
I agree 100%. I don't miss that shit. I tell you that.
Oh no, I just miss the camaraderie, not the other shit.
It'd be the
Yeah, I miss the
brotherhood.
people.
That's
Yeah,
I don't
we
know if
gotta.
Brandon's still in here, but he said because I think Brandon got out this year, and
Okay.
he was like I'm glad to be out, but
He sitting there
he
right
missed the
now,
brotherhood.
but give him 30,
It's
give him
nothing
30
like
days.
it. Yeah,
Give him 30 days of being out. I promise him, like, man, this some bullshit. I just stay my ass in.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If they ain't medically retired my ass, I still be there.
See, I'm trying to hold in there 9 more years and just let them have it.
Yeah, you right there. You want to stretch?
Yeah, I'm trying my best to get focused, get prepared for this. Sorry, major school. I want to go to the residential course. That's a year, but if I have to take it online, man, that's damn near 2 years. And I'm like, bruh, you can't have a full-time job and trying to do this shit.
Yeah,
So,
not at all. That shit like college.
Yeah.
exactly. I said, well, now if they pay me now, then be a different story. I stay my ass.
Yeah.
But bro, that's just nerve wracking, bro. You on the computer every day,
Yeah.
and then the military don't believe in we're gonna give you all your work and you can just work far ahead if you want to. They want us to just go through lesson plan, blackboards. I'm like, God dang, bro.
That's where you stopping? You stopping Sergeant Major?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's gonna be it. Trying.
Yeah. I wanted to go warrant officer, but my time was cut short.
Yeah, they asked me to go warrant. I'm like, man, do it look like I like school?
Right. There you go. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, you come out, we hurting, and you'll be the person. Right? I said, bro, it's like starting back over, bro. I went
literally
master leadership course, and now you
like
want
being
me
a first lieutenant.
yeah, not gonna do. And they do. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had a chance to go with that Redstone in Alabama.
Sub T.
The officer course. They did figure some shit. Cause when I had just finished drill sergeant school. I was there for some type of class. And, you know, they got sergeant major, lieutenant colonel. They got them kind of running their course. Pour them boys down in the mud water, getting smoked. You had them jokers terrified to open the defect door and everything. I said,
man. And they come to the fleet so green is bad.
Yeah. But I would tell people the best officer is the one that crossed over from it being an NCO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They got that. You need that perspective. I say it all the time.
Exactly.
You got these guys running around with bars on, but they need us. They come to us for everything. They're on the outside, you don't see it, but they can't do their motherfucking job without us.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I had Sergeant Major used to tell the lieutenant told me, I want you to sit your ass back and let that goddamn staff start running this shit. You like, I said, damn, Sergeant Major. Yeah. What the hell have you done?
That's because them shiny bars, he probably been in 2-3 years. That Sergeant probably been in 12.
It's that though, really. Because now it's like, it seems like they getting in, you know, of course they go to green and gold or just come straight out of JRTC. It's like, they